Hi guys, this is Ahmad Austin with Painting with a Palette Knife, and on this tutorial I'm going to show you the difference between a brush and a palette knife. I'm going to show you the pros and cons of using a painting with a brush with acrylic paint and a palette knife using acrylic paint. I'm going to use this nice blue for my demonstration. And what I want to do is use a brush like this just to show you the difference. With a brush, you can spread the paint nice and lengthy with the paint. So for instance, if I just want to make a straight line, look at that, just a nice straight line like that, and that's with my brush. Clean, nice straight line. And that's the beauty of using the brush. Even if I use a flathead brush like this, same thing. Nice flat straight line. Okay, and that's the beauty of using the brush. Now, it's not easy to make texture doing that, but if you're painting something that's simple, basic, or something that's a little bit more strenuous or tight, you still can use a brush and do a great job on your painting. Now, if I want to make a straight line with a palette knife, it'll be a little bit more difficult. Watch this. Oh, excuse me. You see, it's not a nice clean line, say for the using the palette knife. Unless, let's say if I try it this way, that may be a little bit better. But it's still hard to control. See how all that's breaking up? Now, a lot of people wouldn't want that in their painting, all that breaking up of the paint. But there are some pros to that. So if you're creating an abstract painting, or if you're creating a more loose painting and you focus on texture, this would be great. But if you want a nice control painting, a brush would be great too. Now, you can make texture with the brush as well, but it's much easier using a palette knife. Now, let's just see what kind of texture we can make using the brush. I'm going to paint in this inside this circle. You see how nice, clean you can get with that. Now, I could make some texture as I paint the circle, but it's kind of hard. Maybe if I add another medium it might be good, but it's still a little bit difficult. But I get a nice clean edge, and that's the pro to using the brush. But my texture is very controlled because the brush is controlled. You know, you have those bristles on there. But I still can make a little texture if I want. Come back in and stuff. But with the palette knife, since it's a blade, it automatically is holding that paint right there. So when I lay it down, I'm already creating texture just from the metal of the palette knife. Now, I can spread and smooth it out if I like, but I also can just pull it back up, do like this to make texture. And that's the beauty of using the palette knife. Now, you can do that with the brush, but it's much easier using the palette knife. Now, it may be harder to make a curved line, fill in this curved line of the circle, but it can be done. I could even turn it over a little bit, point it, fill it in like that if I want. A little bit harder. So they both have their pros and cons, but again, I love using the palette knife because of the texture. So, I mean, look at all that I can do with that stuff. Even, you know, all this. Or if I want to just take it off, put it back on. That's what I like. And I haven't even added any medium to make that texture. That's just using the paint. I'm going to try it with the brush. See, I can still do it. But again, you see the difference. You can control the texture a little bit more with the palette knife as opposed to brush. So if you're creating texture Definitely, if you want to make a painting with using a lot of texture in it, palette knife would be great. If you want a more controlled painting, still a little texture, you can use a brush too. Again, play with both of them, see which one works for you, and I hope this tutorial was beneficial to you. Thanks.